Good morning, everybody. Warm welcome to this webinar, where we will take a closer look at the business case for the last mile delivery. This is Mikael Wallstedt at Pocket Mobile. Before we getting started, I would like to inform you about our intention is to record this session and provide to you afterwards. And this session is about how we're going to create the last mile delivery business case. Before we dive into today's subject, I would like to give you a brief view on who we are. And our key objective at Pocket Mobile is to help to create the optimized final miles and happy customers. And the way we do that is to create and develop and deliver solutions for delivery, collections, and returns. Mostly, our customers are active within the postal, or logistics industry. We've been doing this successfully since the year 2000, so it's almost 20 years now. And we do have about 175,000 users live today. And we are a company 100% owned by the Trimble Navigation. So let's dive into the business case for the last mile delivery. And we're going to do it at 5 different stops today, today's route. So first of all, we need to have a look on what the final mile is. We do need to have a definition before we dive into the business case. And we need to, as a second stop, we need to understand what the consumers really want. And once we know that, we need to understand how we can give them what they want. And fourth step, how can we create a mathematical model and quantify what we want? And finally, the fifth step is about to test our theory. So the final mile delivery, as we are defining it here, it's actually to take the goods or products out from the depot or from the warehouse or the terminal under the roof out to its final destination. That might be a home, it might be a shop, it might be a service point. And to be able to do that, you do some kind of need some kind of transportation media, whether it's a van, it's a scooter, it's somewhere else, something else. Now, we're going to see really what does the consumers want. So we want to start this discussion really from the angle of the consumers and the customers. So I'm going to try here to do a live poll. So I'm going to launch the polling. The polling is launched now, and if everybody out there, please could start voting. So I'm going to leave this on for about 1 minute. So thank you. I think we're going to end the polling here and move on. So I hope you all now can see the results. So the first question is about how important is that the last mile delivery for free, and 25% has answered is moderate important, 50% has answered this is important, and 25% has answered this is very important. So yeah, I mean, we can see that for free is pretty important. Now, second question is about how important is to be able to have different options when you do eShop. Is it not important? 25% has answered that is not important. 20% has said moderate important, and 50% very important. How important is the accurate timing and information of the delivery? 25% has answered not very important, and 75% very important. Now, the fourth question is a yes and no question. So it's, I mean, if you had a positive delivery experience from an e-tailer, is it likely you would shop there again? And 100% has answered yes. So we can really see that that was very important. I'm going to move back to the presentation now, so I'm stopping this. So if I do move over to what the researchers are saying about this. So this is some scientific results from MetaPack in UK. And they've also more or less the same questions as you were asked now. Now, the first one says that 49% says that they don't want to pay for standard delivery anymore. The second one says that 58% really would like to have more options of delivery options when they do e-shopping. The third one says that 54% asking for accurate tracking and really to be able to see when the goods and products are arriving. And 61% says that the positive delivery experience would incentivize them to shop with a specific e-tailer again. I would say that that was pretty similar to the answers that you self answered as well. So how does this translate into different needs? Well, since every second people says that it should be for free, we definitely need to get the cost down for the last mile delivery. 58% asked for different options. That means that we do need to have flexibility in the delivery chain to be able to give them the flexibility whether they want home delivery or delivery to service point or somewhere else. 54% want to know exactly and have accurate timing on when the goods is arriving. That means that we do need to provide them with predictability and visibility. And 61% says that the delivery experience is very important. That concludes that customer experience is of highly important for the last mile delivery business case. How can we now give the consumers or the recipients what they are really asking for? Low cost, predictability, flexibility, customer experience. What if we can provide accurate and timely information, leverage data, and helping improving communications, give the right instruction, capture the right events? Would that help? I would say so. And to look on how do we do it. I didn't intend to talk more about our products and about how we do it, but rather just say that, yeah, we can actually do it. And now we're going to look how that works. So let's look into an example. I call this guy Hubert, and he's normally a driver driving parcels from the depot out to the different stops. So he's several stops on his route for today. If I dig deeper into what Hubert actually have to do every day, there's a number of different tasks. First of all, of course, he have to load his van. If he does that himself, or he get help from some depot workers. He need to load the van in the right order to make it efficient. He need to do that first. He need to get out and hit the road. And once he's out there, he need to deal with other challenges and problems like traffic, for example, or urban deliveries where it's difficult to park on the road, and so on. So He also needs to be able to communicate and give accurate and timely ETA notifications to the waiting recipients. Once at his stop, he needs to do the unloading. He needs to find the right parcel to be able to deliver to this address. And he needs to perform the delivery. So a lot of things that he have to do. And this is not all. This is just a selection of tasks that we feel that is very important. What if we give Hubert some accurate data and information? Can he then improve efficiency? Can he then improve quality? Can he then reduce customer care costs? And can he improve customer experience? Well, we hope that that's the case, because that's really what our software can help him with. So now we have seen what we really would like to achieve. We would like to increase efficiency. We would like to enhance quality. We would like to reduce customer care costs, and we definitely like to enhance customer experience. How can we now take this and create a mathematical model so we can see the financial benefits and result of this tool? The first step is in the parameters. We have selected a number of parameters for this business case. Is really that we want to do our stops as efficiently as possible. That means that we want to reduce the dwell time. And the question we need to ask ourselves, how much can we reduce the dwell time in average on each stop, and how much can we save on each stop as a result of using accurate data and information? For the second parameter about quality, we have selected the parameter first time delivery success rate. And the question we need to ask ourselves is how much can we improve the first time delivery success rate as a result of using accurate data and information? The fourth parameter about reducing costs, and a very important big cost. I mean, people is clearly stated in the MetaPack survey that I showed you before that they do want to have visibility. They do want to know when the parcel are arriving. Now, when they don't know that, they might call, and they might call customer care a lot. So the question is, how much can we reduce number of where is my delivery related calls to customer care as a result of accurate data and information? The fourth one, we talk about customer experience and how to quantify that. So we saw that 61% in the MetaPack report says that they would spend money again if they had a positive experience. Now, if and the question we need to ask ourselves here is really how many customers will spend more as a result that we make it happy with a great delivery performance. To summarize, our 4 business case parameters about increasing efficiency, how much can we save on each stop as we have better data and accurate information? How much can we increase quality? How much can we improve the first time delivery success rate? The third parameter, how much can we reduce where's my delivery related calls? And the fourth parameter is how much can we increase customer experience with more happy customers? Now, in order to simplify the business case, we have selected to only work with what I call relative differences. So that's really the improvement. And for example, if we talk about efficiency and we talk about reducing the dwell time, let's say that for argument's sake that the dwell time today is 90 seconds per stop. And with accurate and data information, we reduce that to 80 seconds. That means that the gain and the benefit is really 10 seconds in average. Same with quality. If we increase from 100 to 110, 10% is the increased benefit. And the same we do with customer care and customer experience. So we're calculating with the relative differences. So we have gone through the different parameters that we do use in the business case. Now, I think it's time for a short test drive. In order to start test driving this, we do need to have some input parameters. We do need to select the number of drivers, number of stops. So let's say that we have a case with 75 drivers, 60 stops per day. There's a specific cost per driver per hour. The driver works about 6 days per week. We do have cost per missed delivery. We do have the first time delivery failure rate. We do have the rate for the delivery calls, about 3% in average, and the cost per call. And also we say that how much would each happy customers spend more. So the good news here is that we can leave the Excel sheets behind because we have actually created this tool and we put it on the website online. So I'm going to jump over to the ROI tool on the screen. So the first thing you see here is that welcome to the last mile delivery business configurator. So what we do here is that we're actually using the different parameters that we've gone through in this calculator. And this first, I have to select the currency. So we have totally 4 currencies in this tool today. So it's euros, British pounds, Australian dollars, New Zealand dollars. Today in this presentation, I'm going to select the British pound version. The first step that the calculator is asking me about is that what type of goods do you transport? Do you transport bulk? Do you transport pallets, parcels, or post? So I select parcels in today's testing. And what are the typical number of stops per vehicle and day? And if you remember correctly, we talked about 60 stops per day per vehicle. I need to say how big my fleet size is. So in the test that we discussed was about 75 drivers. Now, here's the question about what do you actually use today to track deliveries. Do you use pen and paper? Do you have a very old solution? Do you have a solution that is between 5 and 10 years old? Or do you have a solution that is less than 5 years old? Do you have a Windows mobile solution? So let's say that I do have a solution that is between 5 and 10 years old for today's sake. Now, what do you need and what is important for you? Is it important to just have the basic delivery control to be able to see where each and every delivery are? Do you need to have loading control, meaning that even you need to do the first sorting and under the roof activities? Does your driver perform a lot of tasks, so you want to simplify managing payment at the doorstep to check pallet tracking? So, and is it important for a lot of other people at the office to be able to see and follow the delivery? And is it important to enhance customer experience by giving timely ETA notification, optimized route, and other type of customer requirements? I'm selecting all of these. I do need to write in the business case parameters here. The driver hourly cost, where's my delivery calls, and you can see it's already pre-filled with the starting point, what we think that the market rate is. These are of course changeable, so I can actually say 34 here instead. Now, the calculator will also ask you what you believe you can save on each stop and what's the potential, the relative, if you remember, the relative gain. So let's say that I think that I can actually reduce it down to 15 seconds to stop. And I can actually reduce the first time delivery rate with 15%. and I can reduce number of customer care calls with 30%, and I can enhance customer experience by 2%. And it also asks me, do you need to invest in a new rugged hardware device? Because we do that, is a big cost. So yes. Now, our calculation has actually it has selected the suggested product. If you do need a product for this, I won't go through our product, but if you click on this, it will show you the product that could help you gain what you want. Now, second thing is that it has calculated the return on investment and the annual value creation based on the parameters that we did select, and how it's spread out based on efficiency, quality, customer care cost, and customer experience. It does also take these numbers, crunching, and place them into a periodical scheme so you can see per month. And of course, first of all, it's a negative return on investment because there are some initial investments on getting this started. You do need to buy a rug device. You do need to install the software. It gives you the business ROI, 34.1 times ROI on the investment, 1.1 month to break even. It shows you the different costs about the support agreement cost, the basic license cost, the implementation cost that you do need. And I can change these parameters. So I can actually go back and says 2% here. I'll save 20 seconds per stop, and the tool will give you a new calculation. Once I'm happy, I can ask the tool to email this result to myself. So I can save it for later or send to my boss for increased budget. So let's go back to the PowerPoint and summarize. I see that we almost spent half an hour on this. So the first thing, I mean, last mile delivery is definitely changing very fast. Things are moving fast. And that means, good news, there's a lot of business opportunities out there. But on the same time, it's also a lot of risk for the logistic company that is not following the route, and they have a risk of losing ground. There's a lot of good tools and software that can help to and actually leverage accurate data and timely information to give what the market is asking for. The business case today that we've been looking for is about quantifying the last mile delivery business case benefits. We looked at the efficiency, quality, customer care cost, and customer experience. And I would really invite everybody to test our new tool that is available on our website. And I really urge you to do a number of different tests and with different parameters to understand the sensitivity in the tool. And by that, I would like you to